So, good afternoon. We are back again with the quickest press conference reaction in living history because I am late and I am going on with Matisse, Tobes and Corey in 16 minutes. So lateness is greatness all the way around. And yeah, we're going to get straight into this. Don't forget, I am on with him. So make sure you come and join in that. And make sure at 5 o'clock you're back here as well. At 5 o'clock, I've got Never a Foul coming on the channel as well. Good lads, mates of mine as well, outside of YouTube. So yeah, that should be good, man. Looking forward to getting them on the channel. First time on the channel as well. And you lot have shown them mad love when you've gone onto their channel as well. So I appreciate that. Then Champions League settings again tonight, baby. And fresh off of the back of Riyad Mahrez masterclass. Like I told you, man, listen. I'm the voice of facts. I keep telling people this. I only deal in facts. Just call me Rafa Benitez. Lee Benitez Facts Gunner. But let's get straight into this transcript, man. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Otherwise, I'll be late for Matisse. And we can't be having that. Team news. He said, we'll see today. We're in training this afternoon, so we'll see how everybody is. He was then asked about the criticism of last week's false nine. He said criticism's part of the job. And normally comes when you lose. We know that, yes. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Kieran Tierney said, let's see how they are today in training. Obviously, Aubameyang scored the other day. Played all right, actually, as well, to be fair. Let's go. On having a clean sweep of English European finalists. Listen, Man City was superb last night. Phil Foden, by the way, what a footballer. I am gassed for the Euros. That kid is something special, man. He reminds me a bit of Gaza. Like the way he runs, the way he jinks past players, like his close ball control. Such a good footballer for a young age, man. And yeah, man, it could be a clean sweep. Chelsea could get an all Champions League English final. And if we can somehow overturn this deficit, it'll be an all Europa League final as well, English. Because there ain't no way Man United are losing 4-0. Ain't happening. Let's go on with whether the takeover rumours are helpful ahead of a semi-final. He said, we have to try and be away from all the rumours and everything that's happening around the club and just focus on the pitch. The best way to help the club is to be in the best possible position and to win football matches at the competitive and highest level. Whether he's spoken to anyone involved in the takeover bid, he said no. Has he been in touch with the Kroenke family? He said, they've been in touch with us in the last week or so and in a really convincing way, as I said last week. Okay, mate, we'll just get them strings out again because you are the puppet, like we didn't know already. How big is the game for the club in the short term and the long term? It's massive for everybody, but in particular for the club because we're here representing the football club for our fans. What we want to do is to do it in the best way by winning trophies. If we win tomorrow, we'll be much closer to getting another one. That is the aim and the purpose of us being here. Well, if you fail, then does that mean you're leaving, my friend? Probably not. Make sure you're smashing the like sub. Like I said, this is going to be a real quick stream, but I'll be doing an hour at 5 o'clock anyway with the lads. So make sure you come and check that out later. How often does he speak to the Kroenke family? He said often enough. The rest, like Vinay, Tim and Edu, do it as well really often. There is a really good communication line. He was then asked whether the game will dictate summer plans. He said, I don't know. Well, we know he's lying on that one. What I can say is winning always helps for the future. It's the best way to prepare anything for the future. They asked him about how crucial the away goal is. I mean, what a pointless question. Oh, no, we didn't want it. On whether criticism towards Aubameyang has been harsh. He said, again, pundits are all the time free to talk. My job, my responsibility is to protect the players and try and get the maximum out of them. We know certain things that outside of the world doesn't know. They can comment, but sometimes without knowing all of the details, which is a little bit unfair for people. We make decisions that sometimes people are judging without knowing the detail, but that is part of the job. How is Aubameyang after Sunday? He said he played well and felt much better than the days before. Obviously, scoring a goal is really important for him as well. So he's in a good place. And I have said this before, and I'll say it again. If we have a chance to win this competition, Aubameyang has to be on top form, man. Because without him scoring goals, we pretty much struggle to score anything. So it's going to be hard. So hopefully he is back to full health, and hopefully he's back to full sharpness, and he can get us into the final tomorrow. Let's see what he said next. Fans planning to come to the ground again to protest. He said, I think that they have to be able to express themselves. If it's done in a specific way, then they have the right to do it. We have to prepare for the game the best possible way. I don't like any excuses, yet he reeled off loads against Everton about protests. If something happens with that, then the only purpose of the fans is to defend the club for what they want best for the team. We all try and do the same. On his thoughts and ideas of fans cheering the players into the ground, he said, I think that would be great. We've been missing them so much. We need them. If the players and the team feels like they're right behind them, supporting them, again, I think it's like the 10th time the club is playing in a European semi-final. So it's a big moment for us. Hopefully we can have them closer in the last few months. Is this the biggest game of his managerial career? He said it's a big moment again, not for me, but for the club and for everyone and everything that has happened in the last 2 years and last few months. All the instability that we have been living with for many different reasons. So I think it is really important and a big step forward if we are able to be in that final and have the opportunity to win it. Keep smashing the likes up as well, people. I'll come back to some comments in a minute, yeah? On whether it's acceptable for a club like Arsenal to have been out of the Champions League for 5 years. He said it's a reality. It's not what we want, obviously, but there are a lot of things that have happened in that period for many reasons. One is because the level has been raised to a level that's unprecedented in this league, and we're not the only club that has been out of that. Obviously, we're not going to accept the situation. We want to change it straight away this season. We've got an opportunity to do that. On the lack of rotation at left back, has that been a help to Granit adapt to that position? He said it's been one of the reasons, because the way we wanted to play and the players around, that we have managed to get some clean sheets since he's been playing there. Excuse me, and that didn't happen for 13 games. He's given us something different. What else have we got here? On whether the result of the game will determine whether it's a good season or not. He said, well, it would be judged like this for sure. How good of a job you were doing is determined by many factors, by different people. Externally, it's only whether you win or lose. They are the only defining moments. And listen, if we do lose tomorrow or we do get knocked out, it's a shambles of a season. Cedric was playing regularly in January and February, but less regularly since. What does he need to do? He said he's been a bit unfortunate because he played some good games at right back as well. And then we had the injury to Kieran, and he's played some at left back. We were training him as a left back. We could have given him more opportunities, but it's true that Callum came in and did really well. Well, he's just said he did really well. Like, he's got no consistency with players, you know. Why does the defence struggle at home? There's many factors. Errors has been one of the main ones. We have conceded some set pieces, and when other teams have not really created much, they've managed to score. But that's football, I'm afraid. There's no update on David Luiz's injury, he said. Let's see how he is today. We don't know the extent of it yet. I don't think he'll be ready. I don't think he's going to play. I think he's done his hamstring as far as I'm aware. So if there's any chance he could play tomorrow, he said, it's always possible because he wants to be available. He's made an incredible effort to be in the position that he is today. And the fact that he played against Newcastle was already a big bonus. He had surgery on his knee. So with David, you never know. Is the stage set for Aubameyang tomorrow? He said the game always gives another opportunity. If you are there, you have to be ready to take it. On this being the group's last chance to win a trophy, he said, I don't want to think like that. I want to think they always have the hunger to win any competition they're involved in. It's true, some of the players, that this might be their last season for different reasons. And I can see how much it means to them, how much they want it. We can do that tomorrow. What kind of match is he expecting? He said, I'm not sure how they're preparing for the game. I think we spoke about this before the first leg, and obviously we conceded an early goal and that changed the game. Then there was a second from a set play, and then we had to play 40 minutes with 10 men. And we'll see what happens. We have an idea of what we might try and do, but we don't know in order to get it through. Then, of course, there are many games within the game tomorrow. What will the key be to turn the game around? He said, we need to play better than Villarreal. No shit, Sherlock. We're going to start with 11 players. That's something we didn't have a chance to do in the last game. Did he just say that? We need to play better. We're going to start with 11 players, something that we didn't have a chance to do in the last game. Then we'll see what happens. Did we start with 10 or something? Did I miss that? That's the end of the press conference, by the way. I thought it was longer than that. Did we start with less players than them last week? Like, real talk. I must have missed that. Surely the game wouldn't have been allowed to go ahead with less players on the pitch than they've got. Like, what's he talking about? Like, real talk. What is he talking about? Guy talks in riddles, mate. Madness. Absolute madness. Let's read some of your comments out. Big up Near Post Podcast. Go and check their channel out as well. Go and check them out, man. Near Post Podcast. I'm convinced you'll win it. It wouldn't surprise me if we win it. A man said Ceballos don't count as a player. Well, neither does Granit Xhaka, so maybe we started with 9. Sack is deluded. Hopefully a sacking on Thursday. I think you mean Friday morning. But yeah, nevertheless, Ceballos tax, you know. Thoughts on the Maurizio Sarri links? No, thank you. Not for me. Not for me, mate. Don't want him. Arteta is rubbish. Kroenke out. Let's carry on doing some of these. I'm going to do another 5 minutes max. Well, I can't even do 5 minutes. I'm on another show in 5 minutes. In fact, let me get you the link for that. Let me get you the link. I told you it'd be the quickest press conference reaction in living history. Where are we? Let's get the link. There it is. While I'm doing this, smash the likes up for me, people. Smash the likes up. And then when we go into Matisse's stream, just spam the living shit out of the comment section with rat emojis. Just spam the rat emoji. Right. That link is now pinned to the top of the stream. So as soon as this is done, I've missed a super chat somewhere as well. So let me go and find that. There it is. Big up my guy, Brandon. Emery let us off the hook in the first leg. We ain't going through tomorrow. Mark my words. No confidence in this manager or team. Bro, this is the thing, right? Like, Unai Emery got them in such a good position, but we dived and got a penalty. And listen, we probably did deserve to get a goal in that game. We had some good chances in that game. But let's be real. Like, I don't really rate Leno. He kept some good saves in that game, man. 2 really, really good saves in that game. And that kept us within the possibility of being able to get to a final. If he hadn't have made that save at 2-0, the one that did, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Moreno, I think. He should have low driven it bottom left, and he didn't. He put it at a nice height for the keeper. Don't get it twisted. It was still a 6 save. But if that goes in, we're dead and buried in this game. So we've still got a chance. But the fact is, I'd expect them to score. So we're going to have to score a couple of goals. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, the longer the game goes on at 0-0, the worse it is for us. Because we have to score. And yes, we could probably nick a 1-0 at the end of the game and then it's buried for them. But they're very good. They've got a very good manager, man. And listen, they were all working as a team last week. You see that. Technically, they're levels above us as a team. Like, the Spanish teams are always technically very good. So I think it's going to be a difficult match tomorrow night, man. I really do. And I'm not too sure whether we're qualifying. I hope we do. I'd love to be in the final, man. But I don't know, man. And the thing is, Man United are rocking at the minute. They're doing really well right now. So even that's not going to be an easy game, getting to the final. So let's just take this game as it comes tomorrow, man. We'll see what happens. And hopefully we can get through. I don't know if we will, man. 1-0 Villarreal. You've changed your mind. You now said 2-0. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. Like I said, it's going to be difficult. 3-0 Arsenal, 2-0 Arsenal. Thoughts on the Szczesny links? Listen, Szczesny's a good goalkeeper. For me, nah, mate. This fan base is infatuated with mediocrity and the past. Like when Ramsey was linked, oh, bring Aaron back. No. Yeah, Chesney, nah. Yeah, that's our past, mate. Let's go and get a goalkeeper. Donnarumma's available. Go and throw a load of money at him. You know, even, and I'm going to contradict myself here, just go and buy Martinez back, because albeit yes, he is our past. Yeah, the guy actually won a sign. Right, so do you know what I'm saying? I'd go and get him back. Bid 35 million and buy him back. Hopefully, we've got a buy back clause in there. But I don't know, man. Sarri 1-year contract. Nah, man. Nah. 3-1 Arsenal. Do not underestimate Man United. Big up, Unique. Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Hope you don't play false 9. I hope he, mate, he's a false manager. Declan says, big up on watching on Facebook for once. Big up the Facebook gang. Sarri and Chesney together. Fucking hell. There'd be a big smoke cloud over the Emirates. Anyway, I'm going to have to bounce. I'm going on Matisse's show, man. I'm due there now. So the link at the top of the chat, make sure you click on it. Spam Rat Army in the chat. Spam the rat emojis and all that. Say Lee sent me. I'll be there in literally 2 minutes. And yeah, man, 5 o'clock. I've got Never a Foul coming on here. They're good lads, and we'll do maybe 45 minutes to an hour on that one. But yeah, listen, apologies, this is only 16 minutes long, but I've had a mad, hectic, busy morning, man. And yeah, we're out of here. Laters, peeps.